There are many pros and cons to abortion. This topic has been widely debated for many years, and it still remains to be very controversial. Abortion is usually the result or the outcome of casual intercourse. Many questions arise, such as, is abortion unethical or should abortion be legal? Hopefully, after this speech, some of your questions will be answered. First of all, what is abortion? Abortion can be defined as pregnancy termination by choice or termination due to miscarriage, which is accidental. In my speech today, we will be reviewing the pros and cons of the voluntary abortions, not the ones that are caused by accidental miscarriages. It is my strong belief that abortion voluntarily is every woman's right. One of the major reasons I stand strong on the choice to have an abortion is that unwanted pregnancies can come out of rape, incest, or possible health concerns. These types of incidences only account statistically for 7% of all abortions. All other abortions are results of social and personal issues. Even though the statistics are low at 7% for rape and incest, I believe those unwanted pregnancies should warrant women's decision to have an abortion. The cons and pros to abortion must be reviewed and studied to help anyone with any doubts to be able to make a sound and justified opinion on this subject. The most important argument on this subject is, can we choose to kill unwanted babies? One fact is that a growing embryo is considered human when the heart starts beating, which occurs as early as 21 days after conception. These are also the health risks that are included, such as infection, sepsis, and rarely death. As with any medical procedure, there are always the risks and complications. There are also the psychological problems that could occur in women as well, such as depression and feeling of guilt. Now we will discuss pros, which I believe far outnumber the cons. The woman is the one who has to go through the morning sickness, the delivery of the baby, parenting the baby, the financial aspect of raising a child, and the possibilities of little or no help from the partner or family. Ultimately, the life of the baby depends on the mother's health, so the mother should be able to choose whether or not she is physically and mentally ready to accomplish giving life to another human being. Also, attempts to enact laws against abortion would only result in the percentage of illegal and unsafe abortions. Now we must talk about the legal issues. On January 22, 1973, the United States Supreme Court made a decision in Roe v. Wade that set the precedent for all abortion cases. The court finally recognized that the constitutional right to privacy is broad enough to encompass a woman's decision whether or not to terminate her pregnancy. Without this important decision, illegal and unsafe abortions would be occurring at an alarming rate in our society at the sole expense of women's health. In Texas, a new law came into effect October 1, 2011, that requires all women wanting an abortion to have at least 2 visits in an abortion facility and to have an ultrasound at least 24 hours in advance. Planned Parenthood fought against this new law, as there is no medical reason for women to have to come in that many of hours of advance. Ultrasounds have always been a standard part of abortion services and are performed on every patient before any procedure. Therefore, this new law gave women the choice to think about their decision to have an abortion, even though inconvenience was a negative aspect to this law. In conclusion, the deciding factor for a woman to have an abortion or not is different for every woman, and that is why every woman should have the right to choose. For some women, abortion is traumatic, and for others, a forced childbirth could be as equally traumatic. It is completely impossible to decide a set of rules that will fit every woman's situation.